Imagine a world where there are no rules. In soccer, there are no defined field boundaries. Cars drive without traffic lights, and chaos reigns at intersections. How long would that last? A minute, maybe two, before everything would be in chaos. The same thing happens to us when we live without personal rules, when we allow external circumstances to control our mood, actions, and even dreams. Then the world becomes a battlefield, where you are not a player, but just a victim of circumstances. But there is a way to live differently. Stoicism offers to build your own principles and rules that will make you unbreakable in the face of the chaos of life, ready to become the master of your own destiny. Then let's go. 1. You are the master of your scenario. The Stoics believed that we cannot control what happens around us, but we always control how we react to it. Seneca said, "We do not suffer from events, but from our reaction to them." A real-life example. Your colleague criticizes your project. The usual reaction is resentment, anger, and a desire to defend yourself. But what if you make a rule? I don't let other people's words affect my peace of mind. This rule gives you control over the situation. You choose calm and constructive dialogue over a nervous breakdown. Your rule. Write your own personal rules that will help you stay in harmony, regardless of the circumstances. For example, I do not criticize people for their mistakes because I make mistakes myself. I do not waste time on envy. My path is unique. 2. The rule: don't argue with the rain. Stoicism teaches that there are things we simply cannot change. You can stand in the rain and shout at the clouds, but they won't hear you. The same goes for other people, politics, weather, or life circumstances. Example: your plane is delayed for several hours. Instead of being nervous and complaining, make a rule. I accept the unchangeable circumstances and use the time to my advantage. Perhaps these few hours will give you a chance to finish reading a book or write a new project plan. Your rule: write down one personal rule for situations you have no control over. For example, I accept everything I cannot change without complaint. 3. Your inner yes and no. In life, there will always be people pulling you in different directions. Invited to an event, but you're tired. A colleague asked for help, but you are already overwhelmed. Stoicism teaches, respect your boundaries. Example: you have a day of rest planned, but a friend calls and insists on meeting. If your rule is I put myself first when it's necessary, you can calmly say, I have other plans today. That's your rule. Write down your personal boundaries. I say no when it threatens my health or rest. I don't waste time with toxic people. 4. The rule: you are stronger than your circumstances. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, an obstacle in the way becomes a path. What stands in the way makes us stronger. Example: you failed an important project. Instead of self-criticism, you can introduce a rule: every failure is a lesson, and I will use it to grow. Your rule: I am not afraid of failures. They make me wiser. I use every challenge as an opportunity to grow. 5. The rule of gratitude. See the light even in the darkness. Stoics have always emphasized the importance of gratitude. Even in the most difficult moments of life, there is something good to be grateful for. Example: you had a terrible day, but you still came home to a delicious dinner or a warm conversation with your loved ones. If your rule is I always find something to be grateful for, you will quickly find the positive in any situation. Your rule: I find 3 things to be grateful for every day. I appreciate even the little things that make life better. 6. Develop your own rules of life today. Personal rules are your map in the maelstrom of the modern world. They help you not to get lost in the chaos and maintain inner harmony. Sit down tonight and write down your main principles. Here is a template to get you started. How I respond to challenges. For example, I accept challenges as part of my journey. How I treat others. For example, I listen with respect and speak honestly. My boundaries. For example, I say no when it is harmful to my health. How I deal with failure. For example, I use every failure as an opportunity to grow. Final words. Life becomes easier when you have personal rules. They are like lighthouses that guide you through the storm. They make you stronger and help you keep your focus on what matters most. Stoicism does not offer you a perfect life without problems. It gives you a set of tools to live this life with dignity. Start with one simple rule today and see how your life changes.